Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the PS5 Pro, because the reveal trailer came out for it 2 days ago, and I just want to have a video up on my thoughts about this. So, first of all, since we're looking at the PS5 Pro and the design right now, I'm going to start with that. For me, I don't really like the design. It's so bad. It's horrible. All they did was that gap in the middle. They just made it wider. Like, if you compare it to the PS5 Slim, they just made it wider. That's all they did. It looks like the gap in my teeth. The reason why I'm saying that is because my tooth fell out the other day. I know this stuff about advanced ray tracing and all that stuff. I don't know what ray tracing even is. So, I probably, if I get it, I'll see no difference. Like, what is this? RDNA 2 GP. Like, no one's gonna realize this. Like, there'll be a difference. Like, there'll be a difference. Obviously, it has to be better than the PS5 Slim and the PS5 in some way, because then there'll just be no point in getting it. But like, if there was like a unit of measurement to see how much is actually changed, it would be like 1%. Seriously. Like Tempest 3D audio, like that's only with the headphones, so that's not really enough about the console itself. But in my opinion, I don't think it's the best.
Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel
the thing they should make. They made the DualSense Edge, so the controller is still good. But one thing they do need to fix, if they make like some PS5 Pro controller or whatever, they need to fix the stick drift. Because I feel like after a while of having a controller nowadays, it gets stick drift eventually. And once it gets that, like, there's no going back. It's just gonna get worse.
Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher
because
resolution rendering.
My dad was saying, he said when he used to play like on the all the old stuff like the PS1 and all that, he said the controllers back then never got stick drift, and he said that it's the way how they make it. They do it purposely just so you can keep buying more and more controllers so they get money. So me saying they should fix that is just never gonna happen. But I want to talk about this as well, graphics mode. The graphics mode, like, look at this. They're showing that if you zoom in, it's slightly better on the PS5 Pro. And it shows like what's PS5 and PS5 Pro. But just like what my dad said again, he said if you took off the label where it said PS5 and PS5 Pro and then just switch them around, you wouldn't be able to see the difference. Like, what is this AI driven upscaling? Like, it's all good in that, like, it makes it better, but
there are as many approaches as there are game engines.
Sorry, I was just drinking something. But it makes it better, but it's not the biggest difference, because it's just like what my dad said again. He said gaming has gotten so good now with the graphics and all that stuff. You can't keep improving it after a certain point. Like, you gotta stop somewhere, and it's true. So my dad said he'll still probably get it, but in my opinion, I think it's better to wait for like the PS7 to come out. I know that will come out in like quite a long time, but for the people who are always getting PlayStations like as soon as it comes out, then you're not really seeing much of a difference, because they come out like every 6, 5 or 7 years or something. Yeah, because PS5, like the original one came out, was it 2020? 2024 now, and they released Pro. So in like maybe another 3-4 years, they'll release PS6. And if I were to wait for PS7, that would be in
Has
like
a powerful
20,
RDNA 2
30 or
GPU,
40
which
or
can render
something.
anything from
But
intricate details to
I
fantastic
feel like
worlds with
if you
vast
want to see a
panoramas to
difference,
explore.
see some
Ray
improvement,
tracing allows for
maybe
dramatic
just
visual
skip a
improvements, including
generation or something
reflections
like
off
that.
of water or glass,
Because
and the realism that comes from real-time global
like
illumination.
when you keep getting it every year, it just
Custom
starts to
SSD
feel the
can
same
load data
after
at
a while.
breathtaking speed,
And
resulting in ultra-fast
I feel like
transitions between
all the
game
companies that release stuff every year should
worlds, and data
try to be
streaming
more
rates
like
so
2K.
high that traversal speeds are essentially
Because
unlimited.
I've got all the WWE games from
Tempest 3D audio tech
15,
brings an
from
unparalleled sense of
15,
immersion to the sound
and
of the games.
and
With audio so
WWE
real,
2K20
you may
had
not even need to
lots
see
of
the
bugs.
enemies
It was all
to know
over the
exactly
internet,
where they are.
and eventually they took the game down.
Finally, the
And instead
DualSense
of
controller
taking
has
the game
haptics
down,
that let
them
you feel
re-
through your hands what your
re-releasing
character is
the
experiencing
game,
inside of the game.
they just didn't
It's
re-release
wonderful to
it.
see such
Took
variety
a
and richness
whole
of
year
game
and that bit of
experiences.
time before
Creators have
just
made
working
amazing use of the hardware
on
capabilities,
the
but when
next
I talk
game.
to them, I
So,
do hear
but
about
they
their desire
put so
for
much
more
effort
graphic
into it
performance.
that there was
The dreams of the
no
developers are bigger than what is
2K21
supported at 60
because they were
frames per
just
second,
working
and that leads to
on
an aspect of modern
2K22.
gaming that we're all
So,
familiar with. Graphics
2 years
modes.
later,
It can be a
2K22
difficult
comes out,
choice
and now they're doing it yearly again. So
Fidelity
I
modes
feel like
emphasize the
it's
visuals,
better
typically
to
through
maybe
higher resolution rendering.
it's better to
These
maybe
modes might also
just
have
go from like
enhanced detail or use more
PS5
ray
to
tracing.
PS8.
But the games
Because I
only
know,
run at
like
30
in the
frames per
labs,
second.
PS8
The
has
visuals
been
can be
made
choppier,
already,
and the
but
controls
it
less
just
responsive.
probably hasn't been released yet.
Performance modes emphasize
So,
frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing
it
to run
should be a
60
good
frames per
console.
second,
Like for the downloading speeds and all that, I've seen
mainly by
PS5
reducing
and
the graphical detail until
PS5
those frame rates can
Slim
be achieved.
comparisons, and it's only about like 2
What's my
seconds.
favorite
And
is the parade scene
when you
from
keep
Ratchet & Clank.
if you
details are much clearer.
when you both use it, 2 second
here we
difference
can see
doesn't get on
Marvel's
your
Spider-Man
nerves.
2 is
Like if it was
noticeably
2
higher
seconds longer,
resolution
no
throughout
one's
the
gonna
scene,
care.
including the trees
like-
and procedural cars.
So overall,
Overall, I think it's alright.
on PS5 Pro, we can see
The last thing I
sharpness
wanted
to
to
the
talk
graphics,
about
or smoother
before
and
we
more
close
responsive.
this video
This
today
is the big three
is the
showing
price.
As you've been seeing, machine learning via
For
the
those who
PSSR
don't
library
know,
is being
it
used
costs
quite broadly to add
£700.
pixel detail and boost frame rate.
Just let that
But there are as
settle
many
in for a
approaches
second.
as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective
£700.
for Horizon Forbidden West.
Apart from the
That's
detail
crazy.
boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and
700?
visual effects.
I'm a very curious person, so
as
I
well as to
remember
the
when
hair,
PS5s
the
were
skin,
sold out
and so
everywhere and it was so hard to get it. And then somehow we were so lucky, my mom somehow bought one. We were so lucky. There was one in stock and we somehow got it. Like, cause we kept pressing the buy button and the website was just glitching cause we're probably not the only ones just spamming the buy button. Cause my mom told me to get different devices, go on the app and just keep pressing buy. Because all the devices are linked to each other, it will still go to the same account and whatnot. But the £700 is crazy. Cause like, I went a bit off topic there, but I remember asking my dad a long time ago, I think it was, my dad, how much did the PS5 cost? And he said £550 or £560. And I don't know how
As a
much the
powerful
PS5
RDNA
Slim
2
cost.
GPU, which can render anything
But
from intricate
for
details
those small
to fantastic
improvements,
worlds with vast
from
panoramas to
560 to
Ray
700,
tracing allows for dramatic visual
I thought it would
improvements,
be like
including
maybe a
reflections off
£40
of
difference,
water
maybe
or glass,
600 or something.
and the realism
But
that comes from
700!
real-time global illumination.
They added like £140
Custom
to
SSD can
that.
load data at breathtaking speed, resulting
And
in
let's be
ultra-fast
honest.
transitions between game worlds
Were the improvements worth £140?
and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially
And
unlimited.
it's so expensive, like, like it's
Tempest's
just
3D audio tech brings an
better to
unparalleled
get
sense of
a
immersion to the
Switch.
sound of the games.
Because Switch,
With audio so
unlike
real,
a certain
you may
app,
not even
it
need to
ranks
see the
all
enemies
Switch,
to know exactly
Xbox,
where
and
they are.
PlayStation. And the last time
Finally,
I
the
checked
DualSense
it,
controller has
and this is
haptics that
because
let you
the
feel
way how it
through
is, it's
your
like a
hands
vote,
what your
so
character
there's
is
nothing
experiencing inside
unfair.
the game.
The last time I checked it,
It's wonderful to see such
Switch was
variety
winning.
and richness of game experiences. Creators have made
yeah, it was
amazing use of the hardware
Switch,
capabilities,
PlayStation,
but when
then
I talk to them, I
Xbox.
do hear about their desire for more graphics.
And I think one of the reasons why
The dreams of the
Switch
developers
are one of
bigger
the
than
best
to be
is
supported
because
at 60 frames per
they
second,
have the
and
cheapest
that leads to an
consoles.
aspect of modern gaming that we're all
Two,
familiar with.
even though their games
graphics
might
modes.
not be
It can be
as
a difficult
graphically
choice for
powerful,
players.
they're more fun.
Fidelity modes
Which is
emphasize
true.
the visuals, typically through higher resolution
So,
rendering.
thank
These
you
modes
everyone
might
for
also have
watching
enhanced
that
detail
review
or
on the
use more ray
PS5 Pro.
tracing. But the game
I'm not
is
sure
only
if it's
run at
worth
30
it.
frames per second.
It's quite
The visuals can be
ridiculous, to be
choppier,
honest.
and the controls less
But
responsive.
I'll see you
Performance
soon.
modes emphasize frame rate and
Bye-bye.
interactivity.
And
typically
also,
choosing to
one more
run
thing,
60 frames per
don't
second,
forget to like and subscribe, or else.
mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved.